I'll just introduce, we'll BSA Troop 3 with the Beckley Boy Scout Troop, the
Okay.
Boy Scout Troop located in Beckley.
Good.
On the outside of Canal Street. And we'll just go down. You should tell your names.
I met Matt earlier.
Stand up and say your name.
Blake Shea. Liam Smith.
All right.
John Fernald.
Very good.
Nate Loving.
Joshua Wilson.
Yeah.
Eddie Joey.
Suleiman Joey. Say Joey.
Great.
Joey Willis.
Very good.
Thank y'all.
Thank you. Not to be outdone, but we have two Girl Scouts with us this evening and their leaders. Would you ladies like to introduce yourself?
I'm Alexa Beard.
Okay.
I'm Jasmine Avila.
Okay, it's good to have you with us this evening. Thank you. And now with the, of course, we want the Boy Scouts to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, which if you want to step forward, we can do that. And I've invited the two Girl Scouts, if they so choose, to join us as well. They might be a little bashful.
There they go.
There we go. Okay, when you're ready, 1, 2, 3.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Very good. Thanks so much.
Need a pillow.
All righty. We will come to order on May the 9th, 2023 for the regularly scheduled Common Council meeting for the City of Beckley. First order of business is reading and adoption of the minutes from the regular council meeting dated April 25th, 2023.
I move that we accept the minutes as presented. Seconded.
Okay, we have a motion second to approve the minutes of April 25th as presented. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed by a like sign, that motion carries. Okay, next, receive the bids for asphalt, concrete, stone abrasives, sand, and reinforcement rods. See, I think we found a better way to do that, didn't we, Tom?
Yeah.
You're protecting yourself, aren't you?
Scissors.
I let my EMT expire. So you're on your own there.
We've got some scouts here that'll help us out if I get crazy with these scissors. Okay, this is Southern West Virginia Paving Incorporated. And the bids are for West Virginia Department of Highways specification asphalt base 2 and P&L 1, 101.25 per ton, wearing 1, 107 even per ton, curb mix 144 even per ton, tennis mix also 144 even per ton. All materials can be picked up at our asphalt plant located adjacent to the Southern Regional Jail, Airport Road, Beaver, West Virginia.
I think the other bids are for paving, aren't they?
Yes. Okay, the next two bids are for paving of some streets to help pan something out a little bit. First bid looks like it's from AAA Paving. Okay, This is for milling and paving of North Oakwood Avenue and Sheridan Avenue. Okay, it looks like the total bid for both North Oakwood and Sheridan Avenue from AAA Paving and Sealing Incorporated of Princeton is $150,000. This is also paving for North Oakwood and Sheridan Avenue. Okay, this bid is from Southern West Virginia Paving, 1707 North Sam Branch, Mount Hope, West Virginia. This bid is for $266,344. Each of these bids will be turned over to Recorder Treasurer, our councilpersons at large, Mrs. Hunter and Cody, Reedy, and Billy Trump for possible award at a future meeting. Sit down, thank you. You want these, Tom? A little souvenir? You're a nice guy.
I want some, likes library books.
There you go, right.
We're fine.
Okay, actually, that was, those were items 3 and 4. The first for the asphalt, concrete, stone abrasives, and reinforcement rods. Then the second bid opened was for the milling and paving of North Oakwood and Sheridan Avenue. Next, I think council has been advised that the Board of Education regarding the construction of the new Stratton Elementary School sent a letter from Mr. Price, it's probably almost a month ago now, where they have experienced somewhat of a shortfall in what they expected to spend on the school, and have requested the city consider contributing $120,000. See, Tom Sofer and Robert Dunlap and Janine and I visited the school. I don't think anybody else did that. They did that. It's magnificent. I mean, it's one that's already made and will continue to make national news and make the city proud. Moving forward, it's state of the art. It's absolutely beautiful. So we could open this for any discussion that you may have regarding this request from the Board of Education.
As a council person who did the tour with Ms. Bullock and Councilman Sofer and the mayor, I will say that's not puffery. We're not just saying it's cutting edge because that was in somewhere written for us to say. The STEM lab is incredible. The fact that they've arranged a way that you can have a cafeteria space and then a performance space with adjoining walls. This thing was designed for kids, and it was designed for a learning experience that kids in this part of Beckley haven't had the benefit of experiencing, although it has been made available elsewhere. So, I mean, I know I'm going to encourage folks to assist at where we can, especially financially through the city, but it is, the mayor's words are very well selected and chosen. It is going to be a tremendous asset for us to support and then attract children to an area where folks didn't originally think of East Beckley as the place to go to bring your children to a school of excellence. So I find it very, very exciting.
Okay.
I can compliment your compliments
Thank
A
you.
lot. The gymnasium was like very massive, and it would help create and work with the summer basketball programs that the city puts together. The playground equipment that we didn't get to see that will be placed where the school is now. When it's torn down, it'll be like a playground there that's quite expensive. The environment over there is like just better than you can ever imagine. They explained there would be a tour that will come like in August, and the community will be invited to see this facility, and it's something we can be proud of, and I can get behind that donation to the Board of Education for this for sure. I
Okay,
mean,
confirming your comment regarding this becoming a public accessible gymnasium.
Yes.
Mr. Price was very emphatic about that the events that we had conducted through the city at the current Stratton Elementary School for so many years will continue in this unbelievable gym. With basically, two basketball floors one going each way.
Two full sideways, and then, of course, you have side. So, and another nice thing about it is, they're paying homage to the Stratton as it was. So they've asked for the community to please step up. And if you have any memorabilia from prior years at Stratton, please come forward and donate those things, maybe if only for a period of time, and then you want them back. But please consider doing that, because they really want the community to feel vested and bonded to this new location.
Councilman Dunlap, can you tell me where they've also, the school administration has done everything. They've really, their due diligence in making sure that people remembered, and they have those memory tiles.
Yeah.
So where are the memory tiles going to be in the school?
Right, so they have, go ahead, I'm sorry, ma'am.
They're in the cafeteria.
Okay.
There'll be a whole wall there, and there's gonna be like a big bulldog, and then all those little tiles will be placed
Okay.
around that bulldog.
And then there's actually a place for trophies and memorabilia, and they've used
Yeah.
the original
Brick.
brick
Bricks
from the front
of it.
fascia of the building to line those walls. I mean, what I think was most exciting for me is we live in a world where we love our children, we want to shield them as much as we can, but we know the outside dangers. And they've created this box for people who would come into the school to protect our children, where there's no world where that school is going to be infiltrated. And every square inch is wired with cable and internet, and it's as high-tech as you can be. And frankly, it's exactly what these kids deserve. So
Yes, definitely.
it's exciting.
And we're going to be proud when it opens.
Yes.
We're
Absolutely.
excited. We're very
Yes.
excited.
I will certainly be behind that as well, Tom.
They've acquired a bunch of property around the facility too, and it'll all be fenced and safe, and, I mean, we could have stayed there another hour and looked at the place. I mean, it's
Easily.
absolutely beautiful
And not seeing everything.
and not seeing.
And it was larger, seems like it was larger inside than from
Yeah.
looking at it from the outside.
It's huge.
And the security, I think 80-some cameras.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, wow.
And Councilwoman Bullock made a very appropriate comment during our tour. Her only regret was that Maidworth Chambers, a former councilwoman, was not able to be with us to do that, because she was there at the groundbreaking and,
Yeah,
she sure was.
and really worked hard over the years to see this happen. So,
But there's many classrooms that look directly at her home. I mean,
Really?
it's,
It's true.
yeah, I couldn't help but notice, I'm looking at her brick as I'm looking out those facing walls, and it's a good tribute to her.
Tommy,
Mayor,
yeah.
I would question, I'm all for the school, don't get me wrong, but the amount and all is pretty much equivalent to the B and O that was derived from this. Is this not a reduction of B and O that we are obligated not to do? Would Mr. Powell have
Theoretically-
a comment on that?
Theoretically, Councilman, from my standpoint, I think that's apples and oranges, that we compare this contribution to the B&O rate and consider that a reduction. I don't. We'll accept the B&O for what is due us from the contractor, and we'll also, if approved by council, make this $120,000 contribution to the school. That's my opinion. Billy or Mr. Fowler, do you have any comments along those lines?
No, sir, I think what you stated would be accurate, Your
Okay. Okay, I would entertain a motion if that's the pleasure of council.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and second to contribute the requested $120,000 to the Board of Education for contribution for the completion of the new Stratton Elementary. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed by a like sign,
Aye.
motion carries. So that was, okay. KP voted in opposition. Okay, next, and I guess this is somewhere between Bill Fowle and Tom Sofer.
Moon in New
I'll be
York
glad
City.
to explain it.
Okay,
Yeah.
Tom, go ahead and tell us what this
Yeah.
motion's all about.
Several weeks ago, I'm on a committee with Paul Hutchison and Ryland Music. He's in charge of the State Highway Department of this area, this district. And we're trying to create an overlook to the Cranberry Creek and the Cranberry Creek Bridge that's on this new bypass, the Clarence W. Meadows Boulevard. And there's a piece of property there, about 3 acres, that the state highway gave to the city to use as an overlook, public access place, make it handicap accessible so that people can enjoy this gorge and the bridge. It coincides with the what is it called? Piney Creek Preserve
Right.
mission to create a trail that goes all the way down Cranberry Creek into Piney Creek and all the way to the New River. So we find out that the property didn't get transferred to the State Highway Department. That piece of property that we're looking at is still in the hands of the Board of Education. So through several phone calls and some emails back and forth, Superintendent Price said that, like, if we wrote them a small letter explaining to them what we were going to do with this property, that he would be glad to give it to the city. And through that, my wife and I wrote this nice letter, and instead of being a renegade like I do sometimes, I did the right
You a
thing.
renegade?
And I took it to Billy Trump and let Billy look at it. And Billy gave it to Bill Fowle to look at to make sure that it was A-OK. And so now we're making a motion to accept the letter, I guess, as I wrote or close to.
That's correct, Mr. Sofer. It's a very nice letter you all wrote.
Thank you.
What the point of bringing it to council is we're requesting this property to be deeded to the city. I think the city needs to authorize that request before that is made. That's the sole purpose of bringing this to council. So I have the letter. It's a very short 4-paragraph letter, but I think Tom explained it very well, what it contains. But I think it would be appropriate to have a motion from this council authorizing this letter with the request to be sent to the Superintendent David Price, Raleigh County Board of Education.
Okay.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, we have a motion, we have a second to approve this acceptance. Motion and a second. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed by a like sign. Motion carries. Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Mr. Fowle.
Thank you, Mayor.
Okay, we're down to old business. Couple things. I want to compliment Sherry Hunter and Joe Moorfield for their good work on the Day of Prayer. Also want to thank Leslie Baker for her, I went to school with Leslie Wheeling about 100 years ago, so that slipped out. For the Brad Paisley visit, which he kept well under wraps, and from what I've heard from Leslie, Brad Paisley and his some 40 members of his recording and production staff were extremely complimentary about the exhibition mine, about our wonderful guides, retired coal miners who were guides for the mine, and just everything about the visit right down to the pepperoni rolls. I think there were over 100 of those that were provided to the group. So anyhow, and Brad Paisley's father was with them on this visit. So that was pretty cool. Next thing, today, Janine and I participated in a round with our consultants, Destination by Design, and it was the first informational meeting about possible branding for the city of Beckley, and that was well attended and well discussed, and so that's pretty exciting. Corey Lilly put that meeting together and has done a beautiful job working with DBD and other people, so that's great. We're going to have a workshop a week from yesterday on the 15th. We're going to do that at 6 o'clock on the 15th. And we're going to talk about food trucks and panhandlers. And I'm not sure, I don't know if we can fit Stifler Drive in on that workshop or not. If not, I would propose that we would meet the following Monday for the sole purpose of meeting with the Stifler Drive residents about some of the upgrades there that hopefully can be accomplished in some form or fashion. Okay, anything else from a member of council under old business?
Mayor, I just want to thank Beckley PD for, I think they've made 2 arrests on the shooting incidents which occurred in East Park. I don't know if there's anything else you can relay about. More to come.
Stay tuned, right?
Yes, stay tuned.
That's good to hear.
Mayor, I have something.
All right.
A couple weeks ago, about 3 or 4 weeks ago, I spent the day with Captain Morgan and his associate at Code Enforcement, and it is unbelievable what they have to deal with on a day-to-day basis. Open cases, 165. Municipal court, 57. Closed cases, 2002. It is unbelievable what Code Enforcement does, and that was just a wise decision, having everybody under one umbrella, more people to be able to address things, and I appreciate that. Ward 1, 2 cases. Ward 2, 27. Ward 3, 45. Ward 4, 13. And Ward 5, 69. And it is isn't it unbelievable? What?
It's okay.
Jenny, Councilwoman? What?
Oh, you're getting
I think they're out of order.
I did what? Lee?
your 3 minutes are up.
Oh, my 3 minutes are up.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, I want to be compliant. I just want to thank you, Captain Morgan. Thank you for your everything. We appreciate you.
Thank you for the statistics.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, you're welcome.
Very good. Okay, anything else from a member of council under old business?
For ones that didn't see, Beckley PD won the first annual Battle of the Badges. They took down the Sheriff's Department, State Troopers, and SRJ.
Wow.
Why?
It may have been because SRJ was a little understaffed. They were bruisers, but they were probably understaffed.
Federal prison, we need to get those.
Federal prison in there?
Yeah, they reached out to me that they want to get into it next year. I already got them down, but they want to join into it next year. There you go.
Cody, thanks for helping putting that together.
Mayor, just curious, I was online with the branding, with the meeting there. Can anybody, is that online somewhere that someone can go back and look? Because that presentation was pretty awesome.
It was good,
It
yeah.
was very good.
And I would encourage anybody who wants to sit in person to do so. Now, whether or not it's available, I don't know.
I was
That's
just
the question
curious,
we'll have to
because
ask.
it was extremely well done.
It was,
And,
yeah.
some of the ideas that were presented, just like my comment at the end, that's a pretty big elephant that they put before us, and we'll just have to take one bite out of it at a time to get it done. But it was quite a presentation, and I would, if it was out there, I would encourage anybody to go and look at it. It was
That's probably an IT
very
question.
well spent.
Do you have any idea whether today's branding meeting was recorded by IT? Okay. Okay, Corey must have,
Just
okay,
curious.
okay,
Just curious.
yeah. That's a Corey question,
So
but,
when
yeah.
it comes up, can we get it all emailed to us? If someone finds a link, can we get it
Yeah.
all emailed?
Sure.
Thank you.
Susan, make a note of that, please.
Mayor, do you have any information about the pool situation and the lifeguards and managers
You
and
know,
that situation?
I'd written that down, and I meant to cover that. Knock on wood, our finance people, Leslie Baker, I think had a very productive meeting with Noah and Tiffany Kapp from At Work today. And I think they've arrived at a plan moving forward, and it appears that we won't open on May 31st, but more likely a week later on June 5th. And then we'll have to see how the summer goes, recognizing that some of our, hopefully, lifeguards, will be college students that have to get back a little before Labor Day. So, but anyhow, I'm glad you mentioned that. So it's a very encouraging, right now for the one pool, for New River, the Black Knight still very doubtful.
I visited with the police down at McDonald's about a week ago. They had a coffee with a cop.
Right.
And I was there for, I don't know, 45 minutes or so, and there was like, almost every policeman that, was on the force was down there having a cup of coffee and chatting, and there were a lot of people from the public and the community there, and I thought it was really nicely done, and I would hope to see more of those to make a presence for you. Dean, that's a good idea.
I noticed too, and I forget where it was, but along the same lines, the police department conducted a month ago, probably an open house at Louis Ritchie, picnic games for the kids, and that was very well attended. And I noticed where there are 2 more housing developments on the schedule within the next couple of months.
And Robert
That's good.
was there too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Great. Okay, anything from any member of council under new business?
Mayor, just briefly, there's a walking tour of an art installation that's at 5 different structures. I'm at the tail end, so if someone wants to start at my building and go toward the City National Bank, it's called Inside Out. It's been displayed in Charleston, Lewisburg. I think we're the 3rd leg of that. We have the Danielle Stewart, the Human Rights Commission, and Marie Bechtel of the Legal Aid to
Legal
thank
Aid,
for
right.
bringing that here to Beckley. But the installation sort of addresses social issues and the disparity of income, how that disproportionately affects a lot of folks who are incarcerated. And these folks are making art with, paper clips, with popsicle sticks, with toothpicks, and it's incredible. It's inspiring that, they're using toothpaste and stuff like that, and the art is just, imagine focusing their energies outside in the world with a trip to Hobby Lobby for supplies. It would just be incredible what these folks could do, but it is incredible what they have done. So it's, if folks get an opportunity to sort of take that in, I would really encourage it.
Very good.
Mayor, I have
Those
something.
displays is in the WJLS building that the city owns.
Yeah, I think there's a stop at the, where they have the display place at City National Bank, where Hatfields and the McCoys had their one stop. Taylor and Hinkle has been kind enough to be, allow their law firm to be a stop. Obviously, Legal Aid. There are numerous stops through the town, so just sort of come to my office if you want a map of where to go and just take the installation in. It's nice.
Great, thanks for bringing that to our attention.
We have a lot of people that want to participate in litter sweeps, and never has an automobile dealership contacted me. And Friendship Automotive contacted me, Janine Bailey and Franklin Buckner. They did it last year when they were the other franchise, but now Friendship, they did it again this year, and new to town, and they're going to do a litter sweep in uptown Beckley, getting cigarette butts and everything out. They came to get litter grabbers, safety vests. So anybody that wants to participate in a litter sweep, The Board of Public Works picks up the bags. The landfill tipping fee is paid through the state. And so you have private citizens, everybody working together for a common goal. So thumbs up to Friendship Automotive that did that.
There might even be a merit badge in it for you, just saying.
Absolutely.
Anything else from any member of council under new business?
Mayor, this coming Saturday, May 13th, Sweet Treats, Dessert Festival from noon to 2 p.m. at the Beckley Intermodal Gateway. And New Hope Baptist Church, their youth choir, they're called the God Squad. They're supposed to be singing at 12 o'clock.
Great, good, great, thank you.
I have one more thing. Mayor.
Okay, sure.
And it's, maybe it should be an old business, but the parking lots that are up on Earwood Street and Neville Street that are just gravelled and we haven't quite gotten them completed, do you think we'll have those done by the end of this summer?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah. Now, there was a considerable amount of stormwater work that had to be done, but I was understanding it's been done. The asphalt plants are open now, and we have a plan from our engineer to make 2 really nice lots, so that would be my guess. Pam, do you have any thoughts along those lines?
I know one crew is getting ready to finish the sidewalks. We've got the light poles and the lights that will start to be installed soon. And then as soon as we get the go-ahead from stormwater, we can pave it.
Good deal, good deal.
Great.
Thank you. Anything else from any member of council under new business? Okay, we're down to public comments, and it looks like Mary West. Mary, you have 3 minutes to express your opinion.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Mary.
I'm back once again to discuss LaRue Avenue and our traffickers down there and my trees that is still standing that belongs to you guys. Now, I spent money to get your trees down before, and I'm being told that I got to spend money to help my neighbor get your trees down. But those are not my trees, and they are about to fall. We need some help down there. Now, we also need some of those signs of those little fake machines that make people think that they are being recorded to stop some of that speeding. Yeah, you said we have to keep the street part clean as well from grass and all of that. They're out there trying to cut that stuff, and these fools are flying around the corner, almost about to hit people, trying to cut grass and stuff on your streets. So if we can get some help down there, we would appreciate it. And I hope and pray nobody has to get hit, killed, or anything down there before we can get some help. And I thank code enforcement for taking care of that one problem, and I got a souvenir from that. I got a screw in my front tire, so I'm gonna keep it there for a little while, knowing that they tore that house down. So I am so thankful for that. And if I can get any more help from you all, I would appreciate it wholeheartedly. And I'm sorry I got to keep coming and you don't see nobody else but this face, but all the rest of them are too lazy to come out the houses.
Thank you,
Until
Mary.
something happens.
Very good.
Mayor, may I say something?
Sure.
Did you have an opportunity to go look at the alleyway over on LaRue? You might have it,
The tree?
the alleyway on LaRue behind her house.
My supervisors did, and they said, I think there's 2 different trees we spoke of. He said they are so big, our crew wouldn't be able to handle them anyway. It would have to be someone that would come in and
Not to take them down. Okay.
How do we,
And they're
so,
rubbing together, so, they're gonna sooner or later fall. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, Ms. Mayor.
Thank you, Mary.
All right, thank you all.
Okay, we have Alexa. Who's that?
yeah, Alexa Beery.
Gary and Jasmine Ariola of Juliana Street.
Hi, my name is Alexa Beery from Girl Scout Troop 35392. And I'm Jasmine Ariola from Girl Scout Troop 32547. We're currently working on our Silver Award project, which is the highest award that a Girl Scout cadet can earn. In obtaining this award, we'll be able to show that we're leaders dedicated to improving our community. We've identified a need in our community that we want to address. Raleigh County Solid Waste Authority currently has a flag drop-off box and is collecting many American flags every month. They currently have 7 large bags of flags. Girl Scouts conduct flag retirement ceremonies, but currently we just have a gravel lot and a portable fire pit that we have to bring with us.
For our project, we are working on building a permanent location to conduct flag retirement ceremonies, which are held every few months to properly and respectfully dispose of old and worn American flags. This flag retirement area will be located at Wooten Park, adjacent to the Riley County Solid Waste Authority. It will directly impact our community and will be available to anyone wishing to retire a flag, including Boy Scouts, veteran groups, or any other community groups. Girl Scouts currently hold several flag retirement ceremonies here each year.
We would like to ask the City of Beckley to consider helping us fund this project. We're trying to collect $6,500 to purchase supplies for a fire pit, pergola, benches, and a concrete pad. We have already obtained $1,600 for benches and have $1,000 pledged by local business leaders.
Please look at our display board after this meeting to see plans of what we want to accomplish.
And this Friday at 7 o'clock, we're holding a flag retirement ceremony at Wooten Park. We invite you to come see for yourself the need for this project. Thank you.
Very good. Ladies, as mayor, I'm restricted to expending city funds in the big amount of $250. So that's my limit with our controller and our recorder treasurer. So anyhow, if you'll send me a letter to my attention at City Hall, I'll make sure we get at least $250 to you for your project. Okay? Dr. Fernald.
Yes, I just want to introduce it before, but I just want to make the council aware that we are based in Troop 3. We are located in Beckley. Again, we're the only Boy Scout troop in Beckley. And I very much believe in scouting. I must be pediatrician now. I think nowadays there are social media and iPads, all that stuff. Scouting is an amazing organization that gets kids outside and live involved in the community. Tonight, our scouts are working on citizenship and community like that, which requires that we learn about the community and our local leaders and how the government works. And I really appreciate the community support in Boy Scouts. Thank you.
Good. Thank you.
Mayor, we should probably thank Dr. Fernald for his dancing feat, as he's going to win Dancing with the Stars this year for the United Way.
That's right, yeah.
He and his lovely wife.
I would also like to tell everybody, if you've never been to a flag retirement ceremony, Alexa and her Raleigh County Service Unit, right, Betty? I am so proud of what these girls have done. The Solid Waste Authority implemented a flag box that people can come to the landfill and get rid of dispose of their American flags without any tipping fee. It's a free service. So the Girl Scouts came to us and said, we'd like to be a part of the flag retirement ceremony. So they're going to have a permanent fire pit located at Wooten Park. But if you've never been to a flag retirement ceremony, it'll be at 7 o'clock Friday at Wooten Park, which is right up from the landfill. It's very solemn. You have to cut the stripes and the stars. It's very strategized, right? So hopefully you'll all come out and watch the Scouts do their thing.
Very good. Thank you. Tina Pennell.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I've come to report on the Juneteenth for this year, and the festival will be held on the 16th of June at New River Park. Some programs that will be leading up to the big barbecue will be a bowling event at Leisure Lanes, as well as a Father's Day golf event that'll be held on the 19th, which is Father's Day. I plead to all of you to come out, to volunteer. I'm always asking for funding, so consider us next year for funding while we write our first grant for the organization. And thank you for your time, and thank you for allowing me to speak today.
Certainly. That was certainly a nice event last year. We enjoyed it and look forward to joining you this year. Thanks, Candace. Danielle Stewart.
It feels like a long time since I was last in. Mayor Apple, you kind of already mentioned it, that we talked about the Louis Ritchie event. So our next event that the Raleigh County Family Support Center is planning is we're calling it the Back to Summer Bash. And this is going to be at the Community Transformation Center on June 7th, the day after school lets out, from 11 to 2. Obviously, we are partnering with Beckley Police, who's been a big partner through all of this, as well as the Beckley Housing Authority. What I wanted to point out, though, is the interesting nature of this particular event, because we're all aware of the back-to-school events. You go there, you get paper, pens, pencils, backpacks, things of that nature. Well, the idea behind the Back-to-Summer Bash is to give out different items like art supplies, sports balls, equipment, things like that to kids who attend this event. So it gives them activities to do throughout the summer. So we're doing the first one again at the Transformation Center. We're hoping to do the next one very soon after that at the East Park Park. We are looking for individuals or groups that would like to donate items to hand out to kids. Our planning number is about 250 for each event. And so if anybody has any ideas or anything they'd like to put in. Also, like I said, we talked to the police, hoping the fire department would be able to bring out a truck that day we're kind of looking for hands-on experiences. Would love it if the fire department could have a truck, and maybe Public Works got like an excavator, just something kids could go out, a dump truck, put their hands on and say, hey, this is such a great piece of equipment. And I stole that from Charleston. I saw the word right there. But it's just a way to connect our younger generation with the city and hopefully give our kids something more to do this summer. So that's that. I wasn't going to, but I can't not say it. I 100% support the $120,000 to Beckley Stratton, but I can't go away without pointing out the state is sitting on over $1 billion surplus, and the city is the one having to make up for that failure. So, thank you.
Very good. Thank you, Danielle. Well, it's been a great meeting. Again, thank you, Scouts, Girl Scouts, for your help this evening. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. We have anybody online ready to speak?
We have a couple people in attendance, but nobody has a hand up.
Nobody has their hand up. I'll read these instructions just in case. For public comments, if calling in by phone, dial *3 to raise your hand. If connected by computer, click the hand icon on your participants panel.
Nobody has.
Okay, very good. You say you have one more thing?
I do.
Okay, let's get.
The second Friday of every month, Mountaineer Food Bank is at Epling Stadium. They service 350 to 375 veterans. If you're able to come and help unload the truck and help veterans, they also bring dog food and cat food for the veterans. They're going to be there at 9 o'clock on Friday morning, so we need you to be there from 9 to help unload the truck. This is the second Friday of every month at Epling Stadium, and it would last until 11:30 or so. That's all I have.
Very good. Well, thank you again for your participation and help with the Pledge of Allegiance, and for everybody who came out this evening, the good comments for the good of the city. With that, do we have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
We stand adjourned. Thank you.
Boy Scouts, come on up. So I wore my